The question here going forward for Janet Yellen and the other central bankers is whether we'll have a Federal Reserve route in which the chair is overcome by exogenous shocks next year. What do you think?
In terms of Yellen's tenure, is that what you're suggesting?
Exogenous shocks from abroad, from every which direction, including potentially the shortened tenure.
Yeah, I think the potential for shocks is always present in a highly levered global finance-based economy, and we have that. There's no getting around that, and the leverage continues in many countries, importantly in China, and hasn't really gone down in the U.S. So leverage produces potential shocks, and where could they come from? You know, very much so from a continuing strength of the dollar. The dollar strong dollar is a negative for emerging market countries because they have debt that's based in dollar terms, so that's a potential problem. And a strong dollar, being the reserve global currency, you know, produces imbalances in terms of trade and positions, you know, that hedge managers and other investors have put on. So, yeah, there are a number of things that could take place based upon these higher interest rates and the efficacy and effectiveness of Trump's future policies.
Now, are investors getting it right, Bill, when they are pricing in 100% odds of a rate increase next month and a steeper path of tightening in 2017? Joe Weisenthal was just showing a chart yesterday showing that there are 10% odds of 3 rate increases in 2017.
I think certainly in December, slam dunk. I mean, if nothing else, the stock market is at an extremely attractive high level for Yellen to experiment with another 25 basis points. So that will happen in 2017. You know, I see the effective expectation is 35 to 40 basis points for the entire year, so maybe 1 or 2 type of hikes. And I think that goes along with the conservatism, dovishness of Janet Yellen and the Fed. They will simply have to walk a fine line as they move up because of the high leverage and the structural headwinds that I've talked about, Larry Summers has talked about, and others.